Hey guys, so we're in side control. We're going to talk about side control and strikes that we can do from here, and also a submission that we're going to do for from this side control position. But let's talk about this side control position. Turn 90 degrees. Good. So in a side control position, the name implies, right? I'm on the side and I'm in control, so I'm in a top position. Ideally, what I want is my chest to chest on my attacker. So I want as much weight as I can pushing down on the center of their chest. And so I'm going to make my body perpendicular to theirs. Now there's a couple of things I can do with my legs. I can either sit my near side hip down and have my knee up here close to the head. This kind of allows me to put a little bit more weight and expose a little bit of my open side or my chest to send better and stronger strikes. But it does allow them a little bit more wiggle room and base out and bridge out and start to work their way out of this position. The other position is I go a little bit more chest to chest. I suck my other knee up underneath my body, so I'm in this more of a turtle position. This one still allows me to send decent and good strikes. Don't get me wrong there. But it also doesn't allow me to have the strongest strikes, but I have better control over this person in here in the moment. But right now we're going to stick with this turtle position here. So the strikes that I have available from here is anything that I want to try to hit soft tissue, and all you're going to do is take your level 1 strikes that you've been working on throughout every fight that you've done on every self-defense. We're going to apply them here. We're still going to use our body weight to generate as much power as we can. The only thing that might change a little bit is a little bit of angle, but for the most part, it's all going to be the same. Think elbow number 7, right? Elbow number 7 is from that 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock when we're standing up. Well, from here, that is the exact same strike that I can go to the side of the head, or a hammer fist, or an elbow number 1, or an elbow number 2, or I have knee strikes as well. I have straight punches that I can do. I have headbutts I can do. There's a lot of different strikes I can do from this side position. A key aspect of throwing strikes from this ground position or this side control is I don't want to stay committed to strikes too long without regaining my posture and my structure. So what that means is if I'm sending good strikes, every time I'm sending strikes, or as long as I'm sending strikes, what I'm doing is kind of creating a window of opportunity for this person to start moving and wiggling their way out. And if I start to lose them, then I've lost that position or that control. So what does that mean? Does that mean we just don't strike? No. What it means is that I take windows of opportunity for myself, send a couple of good hard strikes, gain control, get reset, get structured back up, send some more strikes, and reset and get structured and get in a good position again. Right? So it's kind of a give and take, like a tug of war. I pull, I push, I pull, I push, I pull, I push. Now, from this position, we can transition to other positions with a little bit more dominance, or maybe a little bit more control, or keep my head or my body a little bit out of the fight. So the first we're going to do is a transition to a mount. When I transition from a mount, I'm going to drop my hip near side his head, and I'll show it from a different angle in a second. I'm going to drop my hip near side his head so I can free up my left leg and swing it up and over into a mount position. We turn. I'm going to drop my near side hip to his head, and what that does is it takes the weight off my left hip. So now, because the weight's off my left hip, I can swing that leg up and over and put myself into a mounted position. Here, I can keep a lot of weight on his hips, and I can send a lot of good, strong, hard strikes. Another option, instead of just going transition to mount, is I can go a knee on belly. Knee on belly, I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to transition my weight over to my right hip, but now instead of swinging my leg up and over, let's turn in this direction. Instead of swinging my leg up and over, I'm going to take my knee like it's a cutter, and I'm going to drive it right across until it's right on top of his belly. This one takes me a little bit longer to get into a mount position, but I maintain control longer. So if we rewind back real quick, if I drop my hip and swing my leg over, that's a fast transition, but I don't maintain, or there's a window there where I don't have a lot of control. If I shift this weight over and I take my knee and I drop it up onto his belly, I'm keeping more pressure down on him and I'm maintaining better control. Now from here, I can pop up into a knee on belly position. When my knee on belly position trying to take some of that pressure off Leo's body right now.
Appreciate it.
So I'm trying to put some weight on my back foot. But in reality, I'm taking the tip of my knee and I'm pushing it right into that belly there. Right? I'm up my weight down. I want this uncomfortable as I send that strike. Now this leg, I don't want to put it too close to his head because he can grab that leg and start grappling. I want to keep that leg off and out to the side. Turn this direction. So my knee is on his belly, my foot is off and out to the side, so it's out of reach for him to grab, all the while I can continue to send strikes. Now as I'm striking him and he goes to cover up his face, I'm going to use that window or that opportunity to put pressure down on his hands and pop up and out. Pop up and out just like we did in level 2. If he's kind of reaching up towards me and he's fighting me this way, I can grab an arm and push that arm over across his body, put pressure down on that arm, and pop myself up and out. So there's your side control position. Strikes you can do from that side control position, and transition from that side control to a mount position, a knee on belly position, into a pop up and out and get out of the fight position. And now a good way to practice this, grab me a pad. Is to use some kind of pad at home, right? It doesn't have to be an actual striking pad. It can actually be a pillow or a rolled up blanket or something of that sort. And you can just work on putting your body weight on here, throwing strikes, transition them out, go back down, strikes, drive on, knee on belly, more strikes, transition them out, pop up and out. So you can mess around with it and flow around with it all you want. And get comfortable being on the ground. The whole point of this is having that intuition, that sensitivity to where body weight and bodies are going, and being able to adjust your weight and your structure and your balance so that you can control this fight where you want it. If I don't want to be on the ground, I don't have to be. As long as I'm in this top position, I can get myself up and out and not stay here. So work on your groundwork, get comfortable on the ground. You don't have to get great on the ground, but get comfortable on the ground. So if and when something happens and you are down here, the least you know, you have the tools necessary to continue on with the good fight.